Hi everybody. Hi. This is Miss V from Hypertheticallyspeakinggardner. I want to come to you today. Hope everybody's doing good around the world, hanging in there or doing the best that they can do. And I want to show you some things in the garden that I'm doing today. And for new gardeners, of course, pre-existing gardeners are aware this is pretty beautiful day. So a couple garden tips I want to give you from me starting a garden. Right now it's pretty in Georgia. Today is, I believe, February the 9th, and it's going to be in the 70s this week. Good weather. It's not going to be hot. I mean cold. And I watered my garden yesterday, so right now I am fertilizing. I have some banana leaves from last year soaking. So whatever you got for your fertilizer, please go ahead and do that. I want to show you really quick. I'm using coffee grains that I saved from coffee. And what I did is I sprinkled some coffee grains, just grab some, and I sprinkled it in my beds. And I also sprinkle in my pots, especially your fruit pots. And of course I already did the garden bags. I sprinkled some coffee grains in here. So any coffee grains you like coffee or got tea, just if you don't feel like sprinkling it or want to touch it because you feel like that's nasty, let me show you what I did. I just soaked some in this water right here so you can see how dirty the water is. And I'm going to feed that to the plant. So this is a good day. So when everything opens up, I say hypothetically, the garden open up, things start growing back in spring, April the 1st. See, that's some coffee. And so this has been broke down for the plant. So I have to feed it. I also want to tell you, any of your plants that outgrown the pots, I really want to tell new gardeners to go ahead, and this is a good time to take them out of the smaller pots and put them in these pots, no matter what size of the pots. If they're small, go ahead and add your coffee grains to your garden beds, no matter if they're brick, metal, or wood. I already did that earlier before the video. Forgot to show you that, but you could see I added the coffee grains. Here's another one. Added the coffee grains. And just go ahead in different places. Of course, I'm gonna do a deep water, and I got some here. These is my pomegranate. Just add your coffee grains or granule, whatever fertilizer. It could be a powder fertilizer or coffee grains or tea grains, whatever you desire. But these are my blueberries. I know I had to show you, but just add whatever you desire to your beds. I did some here, you see. And I also, let me tell you, not only did I add coffee grains to this, I got ashes for those that barbecue or with the wood chips. Add that to your garden like that. And I want you to see, I put some of my banana leaves in here. So you got your garden ashes in here. I got my banana leaves in here. And so this bed will be absolutely stimulated. This bed, I have what I have in here. I have turmeric and ginger. I might put some turnips in this bed. Haven't decided, but I think I will, because at one time I had turnips in this bed. But my suggestion to you right now, and I added some coffee grains to my roses. This is a good time if you want to move your trees, get your trees from pots like this was last year, was in a pot, and I re-put it in the ground. This is a great time to transport your trees from ground to pot, or even move them out the ground, which I did a couple of them. This is a persimmon, and I put it in a pot, a couple of trees. You want to go ahead and feed your plants. This is a peach tree, and I'm going to give it some liquid, but this is coffee grains. And I just put it there because whatever's in the soil is going to go down. But this is a great time, ladies and gentlemen, the new gardeners, to evaluate your garden. This is a great time to go your seeds and start seeding things directly in the ground if you're in a warm climate, or start some seeds in the house. Now, I started some seeds in the house. And in the house, of course, I need to get a heated mat I don't have. And to me, at my time, my stuff is drying out too fast. So I'm going to get me a heated mat and some more lights. And I'm going to focus on growing in the house because I haven't mastered that yet. But I have mastered working in the yard. So I'm going to focus on doing that. But get you some coffee grains. I pulled out my herbs, Cuban oregano, gardeners. Once it fall on the soil, it's going to grab another Cuban oregano. It's going to grow. So any of your herbs that you feel like is dead is really not dead. Just let it fall on the soil, even a leaf of life, and it grow you another one. Look right here. Here's another leaf of life from the seed falling. So that's one thing good about gardening. And what I want to say, you see this beautiful sun? Find out in your yard what gives shade. Whatever side gives shade, put your shaded plants in the shade that need shades and herbs. Whatever need full sun, ladies and gentlemen, put full sun. Now this bread, which you see the bricks, I'm going to put it around my tree. This was red bricks all the way around. And I decided to take this bed and make 2 beds. So I'm going to have some things going on. And I put garlic in every other hole. And some holes, I got garlic and onions surrounding this bed. Of course, what I freeze in Georgia, you see that. But again, that I've been doing this 7 years, I technically didn't lose this. It's still the bulb in the ground. So don't be upset or fret to think you lost your merchandise. It's still in the ground. This is a purple kale hanging in there. But everything, it has timing. Here's a regular kale hanging in there from the freeze. Here's another purple kale hanging in there from the freeze. It's another purple kale. So it's not your timing, but it's God's timing. So just have a little faith. Again, I want to show you really quick. Let me walk now. I'm not really trying to do a garden video. I'm just trying to show you a fertilizing because I'm fertilizing. So a couple tips. So right now, if you look at my garden, these are berries. 1, 2, 3, 4 on this side. Some days it gets shade over here, but some days it get a lot of sun. But all of this, 1, 2, 3, these are tomatoes, from little red salad tomatoes to yellow salad tomatoes, yellow, and these are the tomatillas. So I get plenty of sun. My encouragement to you, new gardeners, wherever you decide to grow your peppers or your tomatoes at, even if you feel like the cold's going to kill it, or even to recycle, to make sure that you grow all year long, or that plant, keep producing. Take your plant, no matter what it is, and squeeze it in the soil. So that's one thing I like. I will tell you, I already done put some coffee greens. I want you to see. One thing I like about growing in the pot, when you have a tomato or a tomatilla go bad, or even if it don't go bad, just open it up. Bust even the peppers, no matter if it's bell pepper, hot pepper, jalapeno pepper, no matter, or eggplant, just squeeze it back in the soil, and I promise you'll have resilient of peppers. Just keep doing that all year long. Squeeze it. Every 6 months or every 3 months, whatever's good for you is good for me. That's your garden, but I have a habit doing it every 3 to 6 months. When I remember, I'll just squeeze tomatoes or eggplants back in its original spot. And so I'll have unlimited plants coming up all year long. So if one plant fell down, I have another plant that's coming. This is a tomato thing that I grow tomatoes, and I already did the coffee. I put coffee grains in this bed. And you see that's a kale hanging in there. That's a red kale under here, this trash can. This is a top soy. And so there's another top soy. And whether you use straw or mulch, this mulch is free because I have a pine tree. So you use what's good for you. If you want to buy wood chips, if you want to buy straw, if you want to use free straw, that's up to you. But heavy mulch for your thing. What I highly suggest for me, gardeners, if I want to tell you, any pots that's not too heavy for you to move when it comes to cold, put your plants in something got a side on it. So when you have to move it into a homemade tent or in your garage, even if you have a dolly of some sort or a wagon, it'd be easier because it has a handle versus me moving a pot with no handle. Now these are cute, but still it's kind of flimsy because it don't have a handle. Me and my grandson done these, but it's really easy to move a pot with a handle. What I will say, I've been having these black ones since I started gardening, and they be out in the sun. These originally are laundry basket, new gardeners. So what I will say, even old gardeners not aware, that just jumped on board and got these laundry buckets. They only last so long before the sun melts them, and they crack like plastic, and they be everywhere. So if you try to move it and relocate and redecorate, I'm telling you from the bottom of my heart, these things crack and bolt. One thing about a pot, it don't crack and bolt. It can stand some heat. So be mindful of when you start out and when you get some extra money, when you want to redecorate or repot, get you a good pot. That way, when you move it, you don't have to worry about that pot cracking on you. I started this, I call it Mama Bear. It's my pear in one of those black pots, and I had to move in here. And when I moved her, she started cracking. But let's give you some testimony. These are pears. So I'm super, super, super excited. She's in a bigger pot, and I do tell people, especially my customers, I do hair at a hair salon, Don Sylvester Salon, and I do tell my clients when they're thinking about growing, remember the pot size. The bigger the pot, the bigger the roots, the bigger the tree can grow, and the more abundant fruits and vegetables you can get. But this tree is growing, you all see. And this is February the 9th, and look at it. It's busting with pears. I'm so excited. I have more pears on this tree than I ever did. But I'm super, super excited. It's in a new pot. It got new space to grow, and it's achieving this thing already. Put some coffee grains. I did coffee grains on the peach tree. This is my baby. You all can see all these buds on her. She has unlimited buds. Look at her. Unlimited buds all over this tree. I love it. I love it. I love it. But yeah, I already coffee grain all my exotic plants up in there. Full coffee grain. I did my tea tree as well. I did my butterfly plant. Just all my gardening things. I'm not finished with that side of the yard, which I'm going to do. I wanted to do the video because I didn't want to forget. And I'm going to do every plant that's over here because I did everything over here. I got to get back there. But I did the blueberry and I put coffee grains in it. And so this is the water. It stinks really, really bad. But you see this water? This water is nasty. And this is my banana leaves. These are eggs. When I have like eggs from the house. Let me show you. Let me move this over. You see that? And I feed that to the plants. So the plants will get that. I put coffee grains. These are tomatoes. And I already put coffee grains in my carrot thing. And so here's a peach tree in the pot. She started out in the ground. And I put her in the pot. So I already fed it. So take a leap of faith, y'all, and feed your garden. Moo Sage. You want to say hello to everybody? Don't you dare. Don't you dare. All right, Sage want to hang out. But I fed this garden coffee grains earlier. Coffee grains. Oh, my God. We got a new person on the property. Sage, she's been here almost a month. Family member didn't have where to go, so she dropped off Sage, so she's hanging in. I don't know how fast she's gonna last because she cannot be in my garden beds, but she is out here. But this is coffee grains. This Sage. What is this? Kale. She did a good job, even though it's cold. Good job. And these leaves are broke, but all is well. I'll probably give it to the chickens. I'm sure they enjoy that. I'll put that there. But take a leap of faith, new gardeners, if I can. Again, I'm going to move these lights. I just put them here. But go ahead and fertilize. Get your carrots. If you don't want carrots in the ground, get a pot. Get them deep pot. That way you have room. You got ginger and turmeric in the house that you had and you felt like it stopped bubbling. And when I use the word bubbling, I tell my clients eyeing. When something started, this is a turmeric, started eyeing like potatoes start eyeing or bubbling, just go ahead and stick it in the ground. Look, it started rooting. I'm just going to put that back in the ground. So I can give me a first turmeric. That's turmeric and that's ginger in there. And so you want to fertilize everything you can possibly do in the pot. Anything that you're growing in the pot. If you get an opportunity, fertilize. I already did the blueberries here and the blueberries here. I did this peach tree here. And so fertilize. And I'm going to revamp this. This has been this way for quite some time. Last year I just put this arch here just to make it pop, and I put these 1, 2, 3, 4 things in front of the peach tree to set it off. But I think I'm gonna set off this back here. Some of these pots have been here forever, so it's kind of hard to move, but we're gonna see what rooted, what didn't root. But I'm thinking about making a strawberry bed. I'm just making I want to do the brick phase like this, but I'm thinking about making a strawberry bed. I've been dreaming about it and picturing it, but I want to make a strawberry bed, so I'm gonna see what I can do to make that happen. But I want to show you the garden minus the cold. I got work to do. And all is well. I got work to do. I got to fertilize all of this. Grandson, you ready to go to soccer? Tell your brother to help you put the chickens up so y'all can get ready for soccer. This is the chickens. They hanging out back here. Hey, y'all. These are my babies. Yeah, so all of these I'm going to fertilize. My elderberry, all the each one of these pots. that I had peppers in, squash in, everything, no matter what the pot is. I promise coffee grains is going into all of this. So just want to do a quick video. Hey, that's grandson. And look at the plum tree. Look, y'all, it's doing it. Plum, gold plum. So yeah, just like I said, when I started these plum trees, different fruit trees, they were in smaller pots, and a lot of them I started in these pots. Please go ahead and while it's cool outside, just transplant them in some bigger pots or whatever size pots you desire, because again, 7 and 6 year gardening, I highly let you know the honest God truth. These pots, they crack, they break. I could show you a whole stack of them. I threw a lot away, but they break. I put all my blueberry in these. I have 4 or 6 of them that I haven't did yet, but all of these are blueberry, because blueberries grow tall. I didn't realize how tall blueberries grow. They grow tall. So I figured the bigger the pot, the more fruit and vegetable or whatever you're growing you can have. And so here's a beautiful blueberry. Look at this. Look how bountiful this is. And some of these I started earlier than others, but just to know that got so big, can you imagine how those gonna be? It's gonna be immaculate. And these gonna be immaculate. And look how big that one is. So it needed that space. And I put coffee grains in this. But this is some broccoli that was out here in the cold, y'all. And it's doing this thing. This is a pecan tree. I look forward to it. I gotta come and give this some coffee. I haven't did nothing on this side of the yard yet, but just look hot. I'm enjoying her. She's doing her thing. This is a fig tree. This fig tree gets so big. And then another thing I want to tell you, new gardeners, when your trees start growing and start sprouting, they start getting arms or limbs, whatever word you want to call it, it's going to let you know, and you're going to trim it, of course. You might want to move it around as it spreads, because it might knock over something that you got it. It's cute when it starts not growing, when it sticks, but then it will start stretching out and needs space, then you'll know where to put it at, because most fruit trees need sun. And so you'll want to rearrange that around your yard, put it in a good sunny area so those fruit trees can grow. But the bananas look like this, but honey, this too shall pass, because they always pop back every year. All year, they always snap back and pop back. So anybody, I've been watching videos and people has been showing they mango trees and banana trees look like mine and worse. Again, this too shall pass. They will grow back. Little faith. And the berries are growing back. They come back every year. These are blackberries and raspberries, and they grow back every year. Look. Those are blackberries. These are thornless. I have some in the front yard with thorns. They grow back. They start out like that. Then you'll come back and you'll have a real berry on it. And that's the rest of all of that. So just a little faith. Just have some faith. Don't get discouraged because you don't have anything green in the back, or just look like this. This too shall pass. You will be able to eat. You're able to eat. I look forward to the when they said scratch test. That's the apple tree. She is alive and well. She's budding. Those are her buds. And I got a coffee grain this. But I end up cutting this piece off the apple tree. It was brown last video I did. And so I'm looking forward to the fruits. But I'm going to take a leap of faith and give all my apple trees, because I want some apples in my backyard. No store apples this year, and no moving forward, no year. I just have to wait till the apples grow and then store it. I just refuse to buy apple, even though I desire. I just cannot. I cannot buy nothing that's not real, that's made in the lab. And this is olives, y'all. Olives. So my new gardener, and then give me some more tips. Let me tell you, new gardener. These are so pretty, and regular gardeners. These are so pretty. These wine barrels. But this thing break really bad. I'm going to show you the other one. So I'm going to have to take this out. And it's so flimsy. Look. I'm going to have to take that out, y'all, and put another one in. And then I'm taking this out of this pot and probably put it in a matching pot like this. This is a mulberry. Get these out of the ground. And if you got a good place to put them in your ground, ashe. But these spread. So I want those in a pot. But let me show you this rose tree. Some tips. Look at this. See how they break? So I'm taking those 2 roses out of there, and I'm gonna get a pretty pot for those. I can't wait. Let me show you these things. I threw a lot away at the trash can already, but I want to show you these things crack and break. I got hay in it, but these are some things that I had. These things break, and they crack on the side. Here's a good example. When you move it, they crack on the side and at the bottom. So take a leap of faith, y'all. Go ahead and top off your garden beds. Put your fertilizer in. If you know that you want go ahead and stake in your stuff before your stuff start growing. Look around your yard, decide what side of your yard gets sun. You see the sun is glazing, and put your herbs that like shade. Most herbs love shade, because too much shade, heat on herbs, they burn. And then you got your peas and that love shade. It's a slight sun. And you got some green beans that love shade, just a slight sun. So find the side of your yard that's not so much sun all day. And your kale and your bok choy, they love some shade. And y'all, let me tell you the testimony. This is store bought. I just stuck it in the bottom. Look, y'all, it's growing another one. So I'm super duper excited. But take a leap of faith, everybody. Grow something. I don't know if this is a lie, because I left this here all year. But it feels so strong. I might take this out and put another fruit tree in these. These was the guava. Oh, well, she just came out. Look. So that's not a lie. I could take that out of there. I'm going to put something else fresh in there. And I paid half price of that. What was that? That was a strawberry guava. Yeah. I paid half price of that. So I'm going to get that out of there. That kind of looked good. Probably need to put that back. They got a little root on it. So we'll see. Look, y'all. It got a little root. I'm concerned about the root. I might put that back in there. Let's see. Soil is dirt. We'll see. But take a leap of faith. These are my ashes that I collected when I barbecued. And I just scoop that up like I do my coffee grains, and I put it in the yard. But good time to fertilize. Good time to repot your plants, ladies and gentlemen. This good time to redo your garden beds, which this is going to be one. I got to see how I'm going to do this. But this is a good time to pull your shades back, to open up your places where you all was growing your food, keeping it warm and protected from the winter, to open up the doors to give them some fresh air and water your things. But take the leap of faith, y'all. Grow something, plant something, put a seed in the ground, and do not make an excuse what you can and cannot do. But sending love and hugs to everybody. But grow something, plant something, get you some seed trays, get you some seed, get you some dirt. I think everybody should have 4 and 5 bags of dirt somewhere, somehow, in a house or apartment on the back porch. But grow something, plant something, and take a leap of faith. If you can, just go to your Starbucks. If you don't have coffee grains, you don't drink coffee, and see what they give you, some coffee grains. But take a leap of faith. That's what I did. Just get me some coffee grains and seed your garden. Go ahead and drop your seeds. I still got seeds, even when I rearranged it. Let me tell you the funny part. When I rearranged this, ladies and gentlemen, I saw still watermelon seeds in here, some squash seeds, different things that was in the soil. So I am super impressed that the seeds were still intact. So whatever grow out of here would be impressed based on what I'm going to put in these. But new foliage. But and then another thing, gardeners, no matter if you do in a pot, no matter how fancy or small the pot is, the soil does go down. Be mindful every year. Top off your soil in your garden beds. Top off your soil in your pot, because they're gonna go down. A lot of people put a lot of sticks and a lot of which got to break down the leaves, and then a lot of rain and they push it, and then you'll see the level of your dirt, and you're gonna have to top these off, because again, you can see on there it's going down. So work your soil, move your soil around, get your materials that you need, but add soil to your beds every year. Once they go down from your pots and your garden beds, you see around the bricks, I'm gonna have to come through and add some soil. Same thing, come through and add soil. But take a leap of faith. And be mindful, if you do wood, be mindful. They only last so long before the wood start corroding. And it's going to force you to buy new wood, or it's going to force you. Just be mindful of that. That's why I went with the bricks. Just be mindful. The wood gets old and it start corroding. And so if you got the initial investment, go ahead and get the initial investment. If you don't, just start it anyway. At the end of the day, we're trying to eat right now. When you get the money, then you can re-brick it. You can put the bricks on the side and rephase it. But let's take a leap of faith, ladies and gentlemen, and let's grow and let's sow. Have a wonderful day. Get your coffee grains. Start sprinkling your coffee in your garden beds. Start sprinkling your coffee in your around your garden beds. Get you some blueberry. Everybody needs some berries. Antioxidants. Everybody needs some blueberries, strawberries, or raspberries. Put those in a pot. Yes. Can you grow blueberries and strawberries in a pot? Yes. Blueberry, blueberry, blueberry. Let me show you raspberry so I can do this video. Look, y'all. These are yellow. I got 2 pots of yellow and I got 2 pots of red. So those are yellow, those are red, those are yellow, and those are red. So absolutely, you can grow these items in there. Take a leap of faith, grow with me and sow with me. Have a happy garden. This is my garden. It's a happy place. And do that to yours the same. Sending love and hugs to everybody. Have a wonderful day. From my garden to your garden. Sending love and hugs. Continue to follow me and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate all the love and abundance from everybody. Have a great day. Have a great day. Have a great day.